Welcome back, Chelsea fans, to another episode of the London is Blue podcast, YouTube edition. And that's right, today we are finally getting around to discuss Chelsea as WSL champions for the sixth straight year, eighth title overall, dusting everyone else in the league by a significant margin, and the opportunity to finish the league season unbeaten, actually finish unbeaten in all domestic competitions, which would be truly standout achievement for this team, Sonia Bonpastor, and everyone associated with the club. So we're going to talk about that sixth straight title win and dive right into it, because Chelsea did win the league last Wednesday at Manchester United in a scrappy 1-0 victory. This comes right on the heels of Chelsea going out in pretty tough fashion to Barcelona, 8-2 on aggregate in the Champions League semifinal, which was not that fun. The team came through, bounced back. Lucy Bronze got the goal. It was not the best overall performance of the league season, but it was an incredible achievement because Arsenal had lost to Villa earlier in the day, and so Chelsea knew all they really needed was a point to claim victory in the league, and they got all three. And so it just made for a incredibly fun occasion and much needed lift after the Champions League performance, and some pretty historic numbers here just to start us off before I get into the quotes. Chelsea have won 8 overall WSL titles: 2015, 2017, 18, 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This is an incredible achievement. We've been runners up twice. The next team who has won titles is Arsenal with 3 and only 1 runners up. Then Liverpool with 2 way back in the day, 2013, 2014, with no runners up. Manchester City with 1 league title in 2016 and 6 runners up, all to Chelsea, and a couple of other teams down the road. But this is an incredible achievement. And you think about Chelsea in the last couple of years, Chelsea have only won the league and had the joint league scorer or the flat out league scorer, the leader in league goals, I should say, twice. Sam Kerr in 2020 and 2021 led the way. Otherwise, they've done it in bits and bobs. With Frank Kirby doing the spring series with 6 goals, and that was about it. You had a huge team effort, not just a huge leading scorer effort in all of these league title wins. And if you're Manchester City, it's just it's always the bridesmaid, never the bride for that one. But look, Chelsea have been cruising, obviously, to this league title. Chelsea are undefeated in the league, and this is a team that has really put their foot forward from the beginning of the season, like an incredibly consistent performance week in, week out. And again, coming off of a difficult semifinal performance and really not the best Champions League overall for Chelsea, Bonpastor comes out and says right after the title win last week, it's a great achievement. Probably feels a bit unreal because we weren't expecting to be here tonight because obviously Arsenal dropped points. But being away, being able to bounce back from the game on Sunday, being Barcelona, being able to win against a big team feels amazing. Starting the season, I was not expecting to be in that position, to be able to achieve that. With 2 games left, I thought we would have to fight to the end. This league is really competitive. Lucy Bronze, I think, painted this picture a little bit differently, and I think it's just her experience and her winner's mentality. She has 9 honors across her career. She's a serial winner, and she said, "We've had an up and down season, even if the results haven't shown that. It's difficult to come in as a new head coach. We've had so many signings who are starting games, and you're trying to develop something. We're not trying to take away from the legacy Chelsea's always had, but I think next season we can push on and improve a lot more, I should say. We have not been our best during the second half of the season. Sonia has done well so far, but I think she wants a lot more, and I think we can give it." So Chelsea just win their 6th straight title, obviously go out in the Champions League, have already won the League Cup, and are in the FA Cup final. And Lucy Bronze is painting a picture that says, it's good, but it's not great. And that's, I think, one, just her mentality and her experience speaking through, some difficult moments, but also the hunger and desire and ambition that she has as a competitor and as a winner. I think Bump Pastor really had a great quote here about just being Chelsea, being the 8-time winners of the league. She says, I think maybe for some people, they think just being Chelsea, it's really easy to achieve that. But it's not. We worked really hard and we had the right mindset from the beginning of the season until now, and we will until the end. So, yeah, I think a lot of hard work that we put in every day. I'm really happy for that, really pleased with that. Hannah Hampton joined in the celebrations as well. She said, I'm really happy. The smile on my face says it all. I don't think I have the right words to use at the minute to put it into perspective for what we just achieved, but I'm over the moon. Coming to this club, I always wanted to win trophies. The fact that I can say I've come to the club and in 2 seasons I've been here, we've won the WSL both times. It's very surreal. It never gets old. As many times as we win, it never gets old. It's a feeling that you want to work toward the whole time. The numbers, the quotes, everything backs this up. And I think if you are a supporter of the Chelsea women's team, you know that this is the legacy that Emma Hayes has left. Sonia Bonpastor has picked up and run with immediately without any delay whatsoever, which is a pretty incredible achievement. And I think what I want to speak about here is ambition. Chelsea have set out a very ambitious target, right? We want to go win the Champions League. We want to be the best team in the world. We want to be known as Chelsea Football Club as the best women's football team in the world. And that is a hefty ambition, right? Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and we've worn the crown a lot. But Paul Green, the coaching staff, the players, everyone's accepted that responsibility. Everyone's accepted that ambition that you need to really be great. And I think that is just something that's underrated in sport, because it's easy enough to say, hell yeah, I want to go be the best team in the world, and we're going to give it our best. It's another thing totally to do it, and to do it consistently, and to be in the mix, even if you haven't won the Champions League quite yet. It's the last kind of infinity stone in the gauntlet there for sure. But to say that and to back it up with your actions, to back it up with the spending, to back it up with the infrastructure investments, to back it up with the entire plan to do it in a time where there's growing ambition in women's football, there's growing spends in women's football, there's growing sponsorship opportunities, I should say, in women's football. There's all this momentum behind women's football. And Chelsea are saying, yeah, it's not enough. This isn't enough. These 2 titles that we've already won are great. We're really happy with them, but we know what we need to go do now. We just got our butts kicked in the Champions League. We know that we got to be better next season. Someone like Lucy Bronze, who's won the Champions League, knows what it takes to win in that competition and to be a part of a winning team in that competition. And so, I say all this to say that the ambition of this club is what is, I think, my favorite part about it. They're hungry. They're not complacent. They don't go out there and just go, well, we've won the league again, and I suppose that's the best we can do. They might finish the league undefeated. The Arsenal fans on the men's side talk about the Invincibles all the time. It wasn't until a couple weeks ago where everyone noticed, Chelsea haven't lost a match in the league yet. They're undefeated. It's an incredible achievement. And, I just look at, other teams who would have been boastful about everything that's gone on with the WSL run, the League Cup run, the FA Cup run. And Chelsea have 3 draws on the season, right? 18 wins, 42 goal differential, 57 points. They have a chance to finish on 60 points, perfect, almost perfect for the season, which is just something that is incredible to think about. And, I think that was the message after the league was wrapped up, and is wrapped up the earliest it's ever been wrapped up, which is another important note here, that they won it with the most games left in the season. These leagues have been incredibly tight. Chelsea won on goal difference last year, for example, on the last game of the season. Chelsea have won leagues on the last day of the season in performances against Manchester United multiple times. I was there for one of them at Kings Meadow. It was incredible celebrations. So I say all this because I'm so proud of this team. I'm so proud of the organization behind the team. And as a solo podcaster here talking about this team week in and week out, it's just something that, I hope is coming through, my microphone to your screen, that this team really means a lot to me. And I've, over the last 5-6 years, really followed them quite closely, going to games at Kings Meadow, going to FA Cup finals, watching them succeed, watching them fail in instances. And it just makes the journey that much sweeter. But it's not over yet. And I think that's just something I want to note here. Chelsea still have the chance to finish domestically perfect. And Sonia said, so for us to be in that position, to be unbeaten, still be unbeaten, and achieve what we have achieved is something really good. But it's not easy to come in as a new manager to a new country, to adjust to a new league. I learned a lot, but alongside me, I had a great bunch of players and also great staff. She mentioned after the Tottenham win on Sunday, which is a 1-0 win, it's part of our DNA and mentality. Being invincible during the season won't bring us any extra trophies, but it's more about showing our mentality, the right mentality we have as competitors. I'm lucky enough to have players in my squad who are competitors as much as myself and the staff. And I think that's really important to make sure if we can break records, we just go for that again. Sonia is a competitor. She's won as a player. She's won as a manager. It's a part of her DNA. And she walked into a club that its DNA was competitive. We want to win everything, right? We're not happy resting on our laurels. I think this is Lucy Bronze as well. She said, although we won the league, we want to win our final couple of games, go unbeaten this season. It's been amazing to see all the fans. There were a ton of fans up at United for the clinching win. She said it was amazing to see all the fans up here, and that's a nice thing. Go to Tottenham at the weekend, then we get to finish the WSL season at Stamford Bridge, and all the Chelsea fans can come down and celebrate us winning the trophy. It's going to be a home trophy lift for the first time in a minute as well, which is going to be really fun because they've won it away in the last couple of years. So if you have the ability on Saturday, May 10th, early kickoff here in the States, it's a 12:30 kickoff in the UK, to go to Stamford Bridge to celebrate this team, please, please, please do that. It's what they deserve, right? So please, please do that. And then the FA Cup final, May 18th, right? 1:30 kickoff in the UK, 7:30 Central where I am. Get to the FA Cup final. I went a couple of years ago. It's a fantastic, fantastic occasion. Chelsea brought, I think, 30 or 40,000 when we were there. We beat Man City in extra time. Outrageous celebrations all over the place. It was incredible. So if you can go to these last two games, I beg you to go because, man, it is a ton of fun. And when there's something on the line, Chelsea usually turn up and play really well. So last two games of the year, let's go. I want to close this with some more awards because the Women's Football Awards happened the night that Chelsea won the league, which is just kind of ironic and beautiful. So Lauren James won Joint Player of the Season. Sonia Bonpastor, obviously, winning Manager of the Season. And Aggie Beaver-Jones, Young Player of the Year, which is absolutely the right call. Aggie Beaver-Jones has been incredible this year. She was up there in my Player of the Season rankings, not quite at the very tip top, but definitely up there for me. So congratulations to those three. And then Kira Walsh was handed an Inspirational Role Model Award at this award show as well. So just credit all around. It was pretty much Chelsea sweep across the board, as you might expect after the season. And then Chelsea held their own end of season awards on Sunday, right after the Chelsea Liverpool game on the men's side. And a couple of words to shout out here. The PFA Community Champions, Millie Bright, won it for the women's team. Marcus Bentinelli won it for the men's team. But Millie said it's about being a genuine person and caring about the community. Giving back is a massive part of my values, and being a Chelsea player as well. She's been an inspirational leader forever and ever and ever. Even if she wasn't the captain, as vice captain, she's always led from the front and always demanded more and always given back. So you just know this is a perfect award for her. Lola Brown won the Academy Player of the Year on the women's side. Lola Brown was obviously given her debut this year and has been, I think, now 3 appearances total, 2 in the Champions League, 1 in the league. She played against Tottenham at the end on Sunday, so that was really great too. A couple of Player of the Season and the actual fan vote Player of the Season. The Player of the Season, Natalie Bjorn, who it's hard to argue with. Natalie Bjorn was a signing in January of last year, came in as an emergency signing because we've had so many injuries. Obviously, Kadisha Buchanan gets injured at the start of the season. Natalie Bjorns had to step up and had to be reliable, had to be available, and has been for almost every game this season. And I think this is her teammates saying thank you for stepping up in this moment. She's obviously scored some critical goals in her time at Chelsea as well. But man, what a season for her, right next to Millie Bright for almost every game. An incredible achievement and more to come from her. I think she has a bright future here at Chelsea. The player of the season was Erin Cuthbert. This is in a year where she racked up her 250th Chelsea appearance. She's also scored incredibly crucial goals. You think of the header against Man City, incredibly difficult season. She's had to play a lot of different roles in midfield and sacrifice her own ability to get forward and score goals for the betterment of the team. It's been her entire story as a Chelsea player that, she came in as more of an attacking threat, moved into midfield, has done all the dirty jobs, just wants to win, be that fire, be that spark plug for the team. She's unbelievably good. I'm wearing my Erin Cuthbert shirt right now. She's really an inspirational figure. We've interviewed her before for the podcast. A good bit of fun as well. So to wrap this one up, Chelsea went through a lot to get to this. I think Lucy Bronze mentioned it's not been the greatest second half of the season in terms of performances, but the players stuck together. They stuck together in difficult moments and celebrated together after big moments, and they deserve what is coming, because the hard work will pay off. This is year one of Bone Pastor and implementing her system and getting up to speed in the best possible way. So only more to come. And I really do hope that we finish the season undefeated domestically. It would be an incredible achievement. And until next time, Chelsea fans, you know what to do. Keep the blue flag flying high like champions.